Today I'm starting a Bisque firing, specifically cone 04, which is around 1,940 degrees Fahrenheit or 1,060 degrees Celsius. I won't go into the details of kiln cones today, but we'll put a link to a reference guide in the description for more information. My kiln is a Skutt 822 with a digital controller. Other kilns will have different setup interfaces, so this programming workflow is not universal. Let's get started. First, I will select Program. Then I like to use Guided Start. Here I'll leave the default selection of ceramics and press Next. I'll also leave the default selection of bisque and press Next. I let my greenware get bone dry before bisque firing. When loading the kiln today, I touched up a few pieces with a damp sponge, so I added a 2-hour preheat just to be sure everything dried completely before ramping up to higher temperatures. There's also another setting later you could use for this purpose that I will cover. I will leave this default selection on cone 04. Since I indicated bisque firing on our previous menu, I like that the choices are limited to either 04 or 05, so I don't accidentally choose the hotter cone 4 or cone 5. I can also choose to specify the cone temperature manually if I need a different temperature, like cone 018 for a luster firing. Here, since I previously set a 2-hour preheat, I should have changed this selection to medium. The slow option should be used if you have slightly damp pieces or are unsure if any are completely bone dry. I think this is supposed to eliminate the need for the preheat in those cases. I love that Skutt congratulates you for successfully configuring the firing. Maybe in the future they'll add a burst of confetti on the screen. I also like this final review just to confirm everything on one screen. For my kiln, I've also found that a 10-minute hold at the end helps ensure a solid cone 04 on each shelf, so I should have added that here. After pressing start, the clicking you hear is the kiln element starting to cycle on and off. Off camera, I also turned on the kiln vent fan. And that's all I can do for the next 16 hours and 45 minutes. Once the firing is complete, I will turn off the vent fan and let the kiln cool down for about another 12 to 18 hours. Thanks for watching, and I hope this was informational.